Hi all, welcome to my channel. My name is Amillah and this is Staying Forever Young Naturally. I'm out here today in this cloudy, beautiful, breezy afternoon. That's the reason why I got the headset on, to try and counteract some of this breeze, so we won't have any interference. And I got Big Mama right here. I hope she's a girl. I feel like she's a girl. Big Mama in the background to help me out. She's one of my favorite trees here at the park that I like to go to. And so on today's episode, I want to talk about something that we may not think is harming us in a spiritual sense, but it is, right? If you're doing this. And what I'm talking about is complaining. And everything that I say on my channel, for the most part, I've experienced it. I've been there. So I'm not telling you something that I've read or that I've seen. I'm telling you that this is lived experience. So with complaining, I've been there. I don't think that I've been a chronic complainer, but I have found myself when I am in a situation that is not of the most comfortable or that is not so cute, I have found myself, speaking about it in not the best light, because we do that when we're not comfortable. So on today's episode, I want to talk about the 3 L's with complaining. That's lessons, looping, and low vibration. So let's start with the low vibration. When you are in a energy of complaining, it sets you into, I want to say, almost like an energetic field where now these low vibrational entities, energies, or the low aspects of yourself kind of attaches itself to you and push you to do more complaining, right? Because they want to keep you at that low vibrational level. So the more you're complaining, the more that you know that you're going to stay low and not move up. So when you are complaining, what you will notice is that once you start picking out the negativity of your situation, it's almost like you become blind to the positive attributes and aspects to the situation or whatever that you're in that cause you to want to speak or complain about the situation. So number 1 is low vibration. When you are complaining, that will put you in a low vibration, which will attach you to other lower vibratory energies, and you will not raise up, okay? Number 2 is, I want to talk about, is looping, or what people consider, looping is what people, in my opinion, when you consider yourself stuck. Because no matter what you do and how you move, you keep going back to the same results, the same situation, the same place, the same people, right? So I call that looping, or AKA, if you want to call it stuck, but just so you can have an understanding what I mean. When you are in a space where you are complaining, you're never going to see the light or the outcome of why you are there, and therefore there's going to block you from moving forward. And the one thing you want to do when you are in a situation that is not the prettiest, you feel like you're being pinched, or you feel like things aren't just, it's not where you want to be. But sometimes, we got to be uncomfortable in order to build a muscle. No one goes in the gym, work out, and then get a beautiful, pretty muscle, right? I mean, it ain't got too much of a muscle. You don't get a muscle without there being some type of pain, hurt, right? I guess that's the reason why they say no pain, no gain. There will be some type of discomfort in order for you to be able to move forward with the results that you want. So number 2 is you gotta make sure that you are not complaining because you don't wanna loop, aka block yourself. So number 2 is looping. And so number 3, which is the biggest to me, I mean, all 3 of them matters, but this is the biggest because this is the reason why you are in the situation. Number 3 is lesson. When you are in that situation that may not be as nice or cushiony as you would hope for it to be, when you are complaining, it takes away or it causes you to endure the lesson a little later or not as soon or quick as you could have had the ability or option to learn, okay? Because when you are complaining, you don't set yourself in, or you don't allow yourself, like I said with number 1, to raise up in vibration. And the only way that you're able to see the outcome or the lesson or get to the point to where you are discovering the lesson, you have to raise your vibration. You can't get it from living in the lower parts of yourself. You got to be here with it, heart and above. Sometimes you can be within your solar plex, your core, but I would recommend heart and above because that's what worked for me. I feel like when I was in my core, I still would kind of like backtrack and then come back, backtrack and come back. But once I start living in my heart space, which is higher vibration, higher energy, connecting to your higher self, letting your higher self take the wheel. You know, when people say Jesus take the wheel or God take the wheel, that's you allowing your higher self. That's the aspect of you, your higher self, your God self, to take the wheel. So when you are in an energy of complaining, that sets you back from learning the lesson. And as long as you are in that space of complaining, that's as long as the universe will wait for you to raise up your vibration and get to a place where you understand that complaining is blocking you from your lesson and you're not getting anything out of it. But once you get to that place and then you move forward, right, you'll be able to look back on that pickle, that pinch, that uncomfortable, unfavorable situation that you had to go through with either a person, a place, a thing, or a job, and you'll go, you know what? I get it. I understand why I had to go through that. Because if I didn't get through that, I wouldn't be the person I am now. I would not have grown. I would not have endured the lesson, and I wouldn't be moving forward to my next lesson, right? So number 3 is lessons. So just think of it like this. The next time that you want to go or I would say affix yourself to the energies of complaining, remember the 3 L's. Low vibration, okay? Looping, which keeps you stuck, and then lesson. You won't be able to learn it until you vibrate yourself out of that. So remember those 3 L's next time you're complaining, and hopefully that will move you up and on your way and on to the next best, greatest, and you can show off and utilize those beautiful lessons that you learn from those sometimes unfortunate or not as comfortable situation. Okay, so I hope this has helped you and gave you a little bit of wisdom and insight. And until the next time we talk, stay whole, stay aligned, but make sure you are not entertaining the energy of complaining. I love you all. I will talk to you soon. Me and Big Mama, hopefully me and Big Mama can do this all the time, unless it gets too hot. It gets really hot here. So if it gets too hot, no. But if it stays cool, or maybe I could come out here in the afternoon, me and Big Mama will be here to share with you the lessons that I've learned, the wisdoms that I've gathered, and hopefully you can put that into practice in your life so you can move further a little quicker than I have. Okay? Love you all. Talk to you soon. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.